Okay, so I'm Adam Griffiths, and my common human disease was heart failure. The anatomy of the heart. The heart is located between your two lungs. It has four chambers. It has two atrium, the left and right atrium. On the top portion and on the bottom portion has two ventricles, the left and right ventricle. And then it has two circuits which pump the blood, the pulmonary circuit and the systemic circuit, and each circuit has their own veins and arteries. And it has the aorta, superior and inferior vena cava. And right here on the right, you have a picture. It shows a distinct aorta with its three valves. You have the superior vena cava going through the right atrium, right ventricle, or right atrium, and then into the inferior vena cava. And yeah, what is heart failure? So you have the four chambers of the heart are not pumping blood in the organized way they're supposed to, and which cause a lack of blood being supplied to the organs that need to be supplied with blood. And there's two types of heart failures. There is reduced ejection fraction, and there is preserved ejection fraction. And reduced ejection fraction is when the left ventricle can't contract vigorously, indicating a pumping problem. And the preserved ejection fraction heart failure is also called diastolic heart failure. And this is when the left ventricle can't relax or fill fully. So this also indicates a pumping problem. So in the reduced ejection fraction is when the heart muscles become weakened and are able to pump, and then the preserved ejection fraction is when the muscles become stiff in the heart. The effects of heart failure on the heart. So once the heart starts realizing that it's not supplying enough blood to the whole body, the heart starts to stretch and it contract more strongly, and it causes the heart to become enlarged, which is, you have a photo right here at the bottom right is an x-ray photo of an enlarged heart. And then the contracting cells get bigger, which allow the heart to pump stronger. And the heart pumps faster than it normally would to make up for that weakness. And these are all three mechanisms that your body does to make up for the lack of blood supply. So people that get heart failure, they at first they don't even realize it because these mechanisms are making up for the lack of supply of blood. And then the effects of heart failure on the body. Lack of blood supplying to the organs like the kidneys and liver. So the heart starts to pump blood to more, or sorry, the heart starts getting pump blood more to important organs like the brain, and less to like organs like the kidney and liver. So these could cause damage to these kind of organs, which is also not good. And then the size increase of the contracting cells also cause an increase in muscle mass. So you start to gain weight and get random increase in muscle mass. Here's a picture of damaged kidneys right here. This is what your kidneys could look like if you have heart failure. And then symptoms of heart failure, you could have the pain in the chest area from stiffness, possibly, of your heart, shortness of breath and exercising or short activities. So when you're even running up the stairs or bringing in groceries from the car and you get shortness of breath, that might be an indication of heart failure. Fatigue, swollen edema, which is swelling in legs and feet, and rapid heartbeat, of course, because your heart is trying to pump out as much blood as it can, and weight gain, of course, because of the increase in muscle mass from the contracting cells. And treatments for heart failure. You could eat less salt, eat less sodium, salt, limit your fluid intake. You could have, there's prescription medication that you can get, and in some cases a pacemaker may be implanted to regulate your heartbeats and the blood flowing out. This is what a pacemaker looks like. And you could also improve your daily diet, which to me, I would think that would be the best way to start out, is to try to improve your daily diet and your daily lifestyle and see if that would improve your condition. And what causes heart failure? So the most common cause in heart failure is from coronary artery disease. And this disease is caused from buildup of fatty plaques in the coronary arteries, which you see right here. This is what a normal coronary artery looks like going into the heart. And this is a coronary artery with fatty plaques built up. So you can see how blood and oxygen and everything could be uh, reduced from the fatty plaques. And then also high blood pressure can also cause heart failure. And here are my citations, and thank you for watching.